It was a sense of adventure, and the adrenaline rush that I got out of it that got me involved. But now it's morphed into the conservation angle, and my love for the river is so deep now. I think that the whitewater becomes part of your DNA when you're exposed to it long enough, and that's what keeps me in it. And I bring people down the river now, not just to take them down the river, but to expose them to that, and so that they will value it also and maybe want to protect it in the future. You're fully immersed in nature when you're a river guide. And when I'm out there, the static of everyday life fades into the background, and my focus comes from pinpoint to very wide, and I'm able to experience my entire surroundings.
Pushing the water out, it's going to affect the way the
I started guiding rivers back in the late 90s on the Nolichucky River. The Nolichucky River is one of the deepest gorges east of the Mississippi. It's one of the most biodiverse places on our planet. And it's also a very technical river to guide, which means it has channelized water that goes in between rocks and makes it difficult, which turns out it's a great thing because it's a great place to learn how to turn a boat. The people in the boat are basically the motor of the boat. They supply the power to be able to navigate the waterways. And I'm back there steering it and giving commands and basically setting up the timing to make the moves, the crucial moves that are important to be able to navigate down the river. I have to anticipate what's going to happen with the boat. So as you guide more, you're less reacting and then also anticipating instead of reacting. So rivers are classified from class 1 to class 6. 6 considered being unrunnable, except for professionals. Class 5 is very intense, and it's the highest level we can run commercially. So over 25 years, I've experienced a lot of different rivers and a lot of different whitewater. From the Gauley River in West Virginia, which is class 5, to Frank Church Wilderness area and remote areas like the Middle Fork of the Salmon, to Costa Rica, where I used to guide in the winter times. A lot of different experiences there, but the Nolichucky has always been my home, and I've always come back here. The local area where I live around the Nolichucky River is greatly benefited by having a natural flow river. The outfitters that work out here, they provide a lot of economic stimulus to the surrounding community. It ripples out and affects everyone that lives here. My hope is that we will be able to protect the Nolichucky River and that it will be free-flowing as it is today for my children and my children's children to play as I do on it and to have that connection. Guiding on the Nolichucky is very difficult and technical. Sometimes it's very physical. I use the river features to help me turn the boat, and as the longer you've been out there, the easier it becomes in a way because you're able to use the current and the rocks to turn your boat. But it is physical. I mean, from when you start in the morning lifting boats and blowing boats until the end of the day, you're working out. Those boats can weigh thousands of pounds with people in them. If you have a 14-foot boat and it's full, you can be turning a couple thousand pounds when you're doing that with a paddle. So it's a lot of strain on your shoulders and elbows, and guides often have a difficult time recovering from that. My experience as a river guide over the past 25 years has allowed me to be more proficient as a rescuer on the technical rescue team that I'm a part of at the fire department, especially in the swiftwater arena. When we're called to a 911 incident, it could be any number of things that we respond to. And so we're always continuing our education on how to respond to these things and mitigate these things better. So if I could boil it down to 3 words, whitewater rafting would be serenity, because it's a place where I find peace; adventure, because it's been such a big part of my life in regards to travel; and connection, because it's all about being immersed in the natural environment and connecting with new people and experiences.